Hi family, this is Joseph the manager, and today if you are struggling with having meaning despite all the success that you achieving, this video is gonna help you. And we're gonna talk about purpose, and we're gonna define purpose. We're gonna show you some guide on how you can go out there and find your purpose yourself. And also we're gonna looking at why purpose discovery is important. So before we do, the last video we talked about the three phases of management. The first one was expectation. In expectation, that's where you're looking at purpose, vision, plans, goals, etc., even values. Now the second phase is the implementation phase, where you're looking at the action phase, where you try to make happen anything that you envision to happen. And the last phase is the inspection that goes between expectation and implementation. That's where you examining, or you're looking into, are you achieving the goals that you set out to achieve in the first place. In the expectation, that's where you're gonna looking at metrics. You're gonna looking at some other things that can help you inspect well. So today we're gonna sit in the expectation phase, and we're gonna tackle purpose. So what is purpose? A lot of people struggle with that, and there is that comment, or what's your why? Sometimes people take it so light and say, oh, what's my why? My why is my kids, or my daughter, or my mother, or my why is, they have some trivial why. So I think purpose is a lot more serious than just, okay, my why is the family. So purpose has to do with you and finding why you exist, and trying to find ways to serve others beyond your family. So let's looking at some definition of purpose. But before we do, in Proverbs 19 verse 21, it says, in the NIV version, it says, many are the plans in man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. So that means you can have a lot of plans, but God, your creator's purpose for your life will prevail. And how do you find that purpose? Myles, before I have this definition, there are two books that I would recommend, and it's In Pursuit of Purpose by Myles, and there's another book, I forget, but I will put it in the link below. So his definition is, quote, it is the original intent in the mind of the creator that motivated him to create a particular item. It is the why that explains the reason for existence. So basically, with his definition, if we take, for example, a knife, let's say someone had some sort of issue, and maybe they were using their hands to cut, and in the mind of that person, let's say the inventor of the knife, they come up with the knife, and the purpose for the knife will be to cut. So now, if you use that knife, you're trying to eat with it, that's not successfully using the knife. You are mismanaged or misusing the knife. That's why purpose is important. And that same analogy applies to us as human. You may go after what you consider successful, having a nice car, a big mansion. But if you're not operating in the areas of your purpose, that's not true success. Because at the end, you will feel empty. You will feel not you will feel empty and sometimes not fulfilled. That's the word that I was looking for. No meaning. So that's why it is important as managers. First, it starts with individual. What's my purpose? Because anything that is created by someone. It's someone's vision, right? So that person had something in mind, but usually that is to solve someone else's purpose. So that's why it is important, if you are in an organization, the founders started that organization to solve, for a purpose. So that's why it is important to know the purpose for what you are managing. So now we talk about the example of the knife, but the verse that we talked about, many are the plans in the man's heart. So basically it means that you will have a lot of ideas, a lot of plans. People would come to you with new ideas, but the idea that will haunt you the most is going to be part of your purpose. Maybe when you were younger, when you were little, there is something that was in your heart, a desire, something you wanted to do, and that keeps coming back. And same thing happened to me. It's like I studied a moving company, and then there was something else that I wanted to do, but that other thing kept coming back. And that's why I'm also doing these videos, because that's also part of my purpose. And as you can see here, and that's why we're doing these videos, to really help you guys. So I will talk more about my purpose in a different video, but now we define purpose, and we're gonna give you some guide on how you can discover your purpose. So before I do, someone can help you, guide you, but really the homework is your homework to find your purpose. If you never find a quiet place to really go internal to find yourself, and if there's always noise, music, TVs, on social media, all noise everywhere, you will never have time to really ponder, to really think about your purpose. And again, it is important that if God created you, you are aligning with God to really show you His purpose for your life. I don't know how else. Maybe some people, they got lucky, and of course there are people that are not Christian that are operating in their purpose. So I'm not saying that you have to be a Christian or you have to be religious to find your purpose. But if we assume that, if we agree that God is the creator, He creates you, gives you life, there's a reason that you are here in this life, and He can guide you on finding your purpose. That's my point of view. Now, if you believe in evolution, that can be something else. So the first guide is you have to try to please God, and at the same time try to serve others beyond your family or your friends. That's the first guide. The second guide is your purpose cannot be selfish or self-serving. There are people, they say that, they know their why, but it's just that why, that reason stay just in their family. It doesn't go beyond themselves or beyond their families. that would not be, really trying to serve the, majority of people. So those are some guides that can help you. And another one, the third one, we say, whatever makes you angry. Sometimes you go in a room, you are angry at something, or something doesn't make you feel right. And maybe you want to solve that problem, or something that you struggle in life with. There are people that come up with big solution to some situation in life, some events in life, because they were in some struggles that kind of made them come up with some solution. So that might be part of your purpose. And the other one would be, the fourth one would be, what would you do if you didn't get to be paid for it? So if money was no issue, would you be still doing the things that you're doing right now? Would you be still pursuing that same thing if it was not for money? If it is, maybe that's not your purpose, because if you just do it because of the money and there is no other fulfillment, maybe that's not your purpose. You may be after something else. So the fifth one is your passion. Your passion, the things that you're passionate about. Now, you have to be careful, because sometimes you're passionate about something, that doesn't mean that it's your purpose. Or, maybe sometimes you're passionate about something and you still have to improve that thing. And the last one is, what is it when you do it, it gives you energy instead of draining your energy. So you can consider that as a part of the thing that could be part of your purpose. And purpose is important, because if you don't find your purpose, you may start a company that becomes a monster, that takes your health away, that takes your family, destroy your family. Now, I'm not saying that purpose will not do that to you if you are operating because there are people that are obsessed, with their purpose, and that destroy their family too. But I'm talking about sometimes you go after things in life and it's not your purpose, and it drains you. You're suicidal. That's that's not part of your purpose. So again, it is important, as we said, to discover your purpose, because if you don't, you will abuse yourself. You will abuse the thing or the thing that you're managing. If you don't know the purpose of why you are managing something, you don't know the reason why, what's the outcome, you're gonna mismanage that thing. And until you discover your purpose, so meaning would be hard for you to have in life. Again, guys, thank you for your time. So I wanted to talk about purpose in the expectation phase. And for today, hopefully this helps you. And this is a longer video. So until next time. So next time we're going to talk about vision. We're going to talk about plans. But again, that's in the expectation phase, where you have to sit down to really start there. Purpose is actually the first step toward, achieving something successful, true success. Until next time, guys, I'll see you. Again, my name is Joseph, the manager, and we bring you those videos to help you with better management. And please share this video with the family, friends, and leave us your comment. If you want us to talk about some other things, we would like to know that. And until next time, see you. Bye-bye.